At the beginning of hacks, it was really designed as an improvement for Bitcoin that allowed inclusion because people were kind of cut out of the whole mining thing. Because back in the day when you were doing it, it was all inclusive. You clicked an exe file, you got your share of the Bitcoin, and this is something that has dramatically gotten wrong as Bitcoin has become more centralized, more control. The ideals of cryptocurrency in general were to, you know, not become the new institution, but to replace the institutions. And now it's kind of becoming institutionalized. Coming from the Bitcoin community, when you created Hex and you offered it free, initially it was just free for Bitcoiners. There was no AA. There wasn't going to be an AA. That was something that was added later.
It was still just only free for Bitcoiners. Or, I
Yeah,
mean, in theory, you could say people that referred other people.
but yeah, I mean, so you made an attempt to say, okay, let's do this thing. Let's give this thing an upgrade. Let's give it free to Bitcoiners. And did you expect that amount of spite and resistance, giving your connections with the other people in the Bitcoin community? Did
No.
you expect it to be as
They're
volatile?
fair weather friend scumbags that have no morals. They just care about their bags. And so they are more than happy. Like, for instance, there was a guy that worked at Blockstream that had toxic Bitcoin maximalists in his profile while he
Mhm.
invested in ERC20s publicly. I think that was Samson Mao. So he was investing in centralized exchanges to allow you to margin trade. They gave him ERC20s, but then publicly selling Bitcoin maximalist hats. You're like, hey, that's pretty hypocritical, isn't it? That's pretty scummy, no? Like, you're selling Bitcoin maximalist hats and then investing in centralized ERC20, like, what? And then, Blockstream, they talk about all the importance of like decentralization, and then they open up cloud mining, and then they open up Liquid Network to compete with Bitcoin, and you're like, this sounds pretty centralized. It's discongruent scumbaggery. And then these amazing innovations come on Ethereum that Bitcoin has no chance in hell of getting, and hasn't had for years, and has no chance of getting. Like, where is it? Where's on-chain exchange on Bitcoin? Where's stable coins on Bitcoin? Where's NFTs on Bitcoin? Where's time deposits on Bitcoin? Options, on-chain margin trading? Like, no, nothing, none of that. Okay, what about zero knowledge proofs? Nope, nothing. Oh, okay. How about throughput increases? None. Oh, well, hey guys, pro tip, your stuff sucks. It sucks balls. Oh, and the price sucks balls too. You're down after
Which
holding for
is
5 years.
which is interesting
So
because
like,
like
it's so obvious to
that's
anyone that's watching. Oh, how many confirmations do you have to wait? How long does it take for the exchange to credit you? Oh, it takes Bitcoin twice as long. And you're just like, guys, when are you going to stop being scumbags and realize you lost, and realize that there's better technologies, vastly better price performance, vastly better communities, vastly better roadmaps, vastly more developers? When are you going to figure it out? I mean, I just saw a
But I don't
Bitcoin
think
core
they care.
developer
I
get
don't think they
hacked.
care about the development at all. I think it's become more of an exclusive club where people are more than happy to brag about overpaying for things. And I think you kind of make a bit of a stance on that when you're like, with your outrage marketing, you're kind of targeting the Bitcoiners that are happy to brag about overpaying for things because it's just, you have to be part of this club. It doesn't have the functionality
I,
of some of these other things.
and it's also, as you say, you're like, oh, Bitcoin, we love decentralization. Yeah? Well, why is 42% of your coins in 2,000 addresses?
Why? 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 Why?
2,163 addresses, last I looked. Why are there only like 3 mining hardware manufacturers, of which only one you could kind of maybe hope to be profitable? Like, why are there so few mining pools? Oh, your mining was literally banned in New York and banned in China. Like, you're getting your ass kicked. Oh, why are you dumping the price and destroying the environment constantly? Ethereum's not. They fixed it. What's wrong with you guys? Why are you so stupid? Why don't you listen? By the way, when I fought for no 2x and user activated soft fork, UASF, we were supposed to get a block size increase on the roadmap from Blockstream. We never got it. Why not? Computers are faster, throughput's higher, computers are better everywhere. Why didn't we get a block size increase? Because you guys suck. You're terrible, right? Like, where's your bug bounty program? Ethereum has a bug bounty program. Where's your bug bounty program? Idiots. So like, they just suck so much balls. And then they add, and on top of having terrible tech, terrible throughput, terrible roadmap, terrible price performance, they're the most toxic community. What? You guys are so crap. And then how many of those people fed how many of those Bitcoin guys fed their users into these meat grinders of lending programs? Oh, just turn it off.
My question is, Richard, were there personal relationships of people that you had in the Bitcoin community that you thought that would maybe stand with you, and then they didn't?
100%, all of them, every single one.
So
except no, I think every single one. I think they all backstab. I am unaware of anyone that didn't backstab. The only guy you can say didn't backstab wasn't in the Bitcoin community. Like, there was a big name guy that, he wasn't in the Bitcoin community. Yeah. They got rid of him. Let me tell you who the Bitcoin community's alienated. Satoshi. Gavin Anderson, who Satoshi handed the keys to when he abandoned the project. Roger Ver, Bitcoin Jesus. Me, Trace Meyer, who by the way, part owner of Kraken, part owner of Bitcoin Armory, which Jesse. I think is deprecated. I don't know that they alienated Jesse. I don't know if they did that. Andreas Antonopoulos, who's a scumbag, by the way. Oh my God, Richard. How can you call Andreas a scumbag? Well, he has if you want to invite him to your conference, not that anyone watches his stuff anymore, but he makes the conference sign that there can be no sexualization of anyone. And you're like, so like guys can be smart and make money at this conference, but girls can't be hot and make money here? What? That doesn't sound fair to the girls. Why can't they make money? Doesn't make sense. Like, who are you to force your will on all these other people? Why don't you just shut up and take your check? Shut up, take your check, guy no one watches. And guy that's talked crap about Hex, and you're just like, oh dude, where's your free token? Where's your startup? Where's your employees? Where's your anything, loser guy? You just sit around with your thumb up your butt. You didn't even have any crypto, except you cried like a little bitch when Roger made fun of you and some people donated you some. You're an idiot.
So I would say definitely you were very disappointed with the Bitcoin community in general, and I think people need to understand that you did expect some of these people. You were proud of what you built, and you wanted them to be.
You got to remember, it's not just the Bitcoin guys. The Ethereum guys shit all over us too. How many hundreds of thousands of users have I personally on-ramped to the Ethereum network?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me more to do? You know what I mean? Like. Now I'm giving them the world's largest free airdrop. Hopefully they're nicer after that.